Hey, how's it going? It's Callie T here. And you know, today I am just all types of tired. Like, all I want to do is sleep and watch anime. Can I sleep and watch anime? No, that doesn't work for me, unfortunately. I just want to be lazy all afternoon. Do you feel that way sometimes? I do. I do a lot. Can I get a high five? Oh, you? Bam! Thanks for that high five. So today I'll be giving you 5 of what I call my Sunday afternoon anime recommendations. Now I call them Sunday afternoon anime because of this variety of anime. Like, they're not all that mainstream. Generally speaking, when I come across it, it just kind of happened through happenstance, kind of like HBO movies. And then lastly, like whenever I finish watching them, I'm always like pleasantly surprised on how good it actually was. They kind of remind me of like the little hidden gems in the anime world. But they're also on this list because, in my opinion, they're not like the best things that I've ever seen, but they're certainly not the worst, and they're worth the watch. And again, like whenever I finish watching them, I'm always like, that was pretty good. So before we begin, as always, my list is not in any kind of hierarchy. They're just kind of the ones that I like that fit the bill. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1 is Petite Princess Yu Shi. This is a story about a young country girl named Yu Shi who wants nothing more than to grow up, and quite literally at that. At the age of 10, her aging clock has stopped ticking, and the now 18-year-old is wondering why she's kind of stuck the way she is. She soon learns of a mythical tiara that is held within her kingdom that is said to have the power to grant any wish. But in order to obtain such tiara, she must become first someone worthy of wearing it. So to kind of bring this together with something that you may be familiar with, if you've ever seen or watched Marvel's Thor, you may be familiar with Thor's mighty hammer. On the hammer itself, it is engraved, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall obtain the power of Thor." So, to the hilarity of most, not many can pick up Thor's hammer. And the tiara kinda sorta works in the same way, except if it were to be engraved, it would be engraved with something like, "Whosoever is the witch that tries to touch me without my permission will die." Yeah, you will not be able to pick up this tiara, let alone touch it, if it did not grant you access. And in order to be worthy of the eternal tiara, you must be first selected as a princess candidate, and then have the tiara choose you after you've gone through the whole process of like enriching your heart. Yeah, it's a whole thing. All in all, I think this series has a delightful cast of colorful characters, a compelling storyline, and a very interesting plot twist that I don't think that most people will be able to guess what it is. Like, you'll be able to see it coming, but when it flips the script, I think most people are gonna be surprised. And the story actually ends with a period, which is very, very surprising for anything that's really related to Gainax. Number 2 is Cocoon Info. This short horror film is based off the game Manhunt, which is one of the many variations of the game Hide and Go Seek. So to briefly explain Manhunt, it's kind of like hide and go seek, but reversed. So you have a group of people who are it, who are trying to find a selected few who are not it. And whenever somebody from the it group tags somebody from the not it group, they join the it group and try to find the other people until everybody is it, essentially. And sometimes this game is played in the dark, with a flashlight, in a pool. I mean, there are many variations of this game. So the story goes that these kids are looking to die, excuse me, are dying for a game to play, and so they choose this one, and they sure have their many reasons for playing. You have the one guy who's looking for his missing sister, his friend that's helping him, the ones that are playing it just for giggles, the person that thinks they need something to prove, and you know, the mysterious people with mysterious backgrounds. You know, diversity. But word on the street is that some of these kids actually go missing while playing the game at night in the city. Oh, you think? What kind of knuckleheaded foolish You know what? Yes, go play in the city at night. You see, this is why you don't see any black people in this movie. Please note I'm being facetious. But some people just too dang curious. As a whole, I thought it was a very interesting watch. I thought it had a decent storyline and everything, but I think the most fascinating thing about this film was its ending, as it had a surprisingly philosophical ending and commentary on Japanese society. But take that as you will, because I ain't no spoiler. Number 3 is Virgin Witch Maria. This story is set in the real historical 100-year war. No, not that 100-year war. Yeah, when the Fire Nation attacked, not that one. There was another one. I know, right? Avatars be sleeping. And our main protagonist Maria hates war, and she does all that she can to stop the fighting between the French and the Englishmen whenever she sees it arise. However, she kind of uses these powerful spells that do more harm than good, that kind of upset the God of Heaven's wishes because it's just not really helping the situation. Like, she'll cast a spell and then the land is gone, people are gone, and it's just kind of like, yeah, we know that your intentions are pure of heart, but we really need you to stop doing this. But after repeated warnings from heaven and the fact that she just keeps doing the same dang thing, the God of Heaven's like, my Archangel Michael, my beautiful creation, can you go downstairs for a moment and check on this witch, please? So the Archangel Michael goes downstairs and is like, hey girl, how you doing? I'm glad everything is well, great. Because you just don't seem to be getting our messages, God would like you to stop what you're doing because you're not doing a good job at it. And we're gonna give you a parole officer because you are just such a great person and we know it comes from a good place, but yeah, we need someone to keep you in check. And this be it. Oh, but in the meantime, if you lose your virginity, then we will strip you of all your powers because you just think you are so holier than thou. Love and kisses! And then somehow all these players come out of the woodworks trying to mess things up for our peacekeeper avatar Maria for their country's own personal gain. Overall, I thought the animation of the show was very fitting for the show's setting, and I liked how the show doesn't play into the fan service arena as much as you would think because its sexual themes are well laced within the plot. Like, seriously. And although I do think the show loses focus at times and that some of their characters are pretty underdeveloped, I still thought it was a bewitching tale that was worth the watch. Number 4 is Inari Cocoon. Inari Cocoon is a refreshing take on the good old classic shoujo genre. The story is about a young middle schooler named Inari who makes her way through life tumbling and falling, misunderstanding things, and is always ready to give a helping hand and is always cute and charming to boot. One day she saves a dog from drowning from a nearby river near a shrine, and unbeknownst to her, a certain goddess takes note. With this series, there are very, very few surprises. It kind of reminds me of like a boat ride on a lake or like a merry-go-round. Like, it's nice, it's pleasant, there's no crazy loop-de-loops, you can see everything that you're getting yourself into, and the beautiful thing about this show is that it knows that and it plays to that, letting the viewer enjoy the experience as much as possible. As a whole, the visuals for this show are amazing. It's like eye candy. The colors are always vibrant, consistent, and complimentary. And the music, oh, the music is on point throughout. Even like that little second half transition, they got the little music going on in there. I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful, so beautiful. And perhaps more interestingly enough, the show is really good at like just tugging those warm heartstrings that give you the sense of like nostalgia and just warmth. I know I said warmth twice, but it does. It's so good. It's so touching. It's definitely a show I'd recommend if you don't have much to do, you know, you just want to chill and relax and just enjoy a river's ride. And last but not least, number 5, A Letter to Momo. This story is about a girl named Momo who found a letter her dad was in the midst of writing to her before he passed away. However, Momo with her mother moved to the countryside to kind of get away from the city in hopes of moving forward with their lives. But Momo's kind of stuck wondering what it was her dad was going to write to her. Soon, however, Momo has a fateful encounter when she meets 3 demons who seem to stalk her wherever she goes. But what's even more interesting is the fact that they can't tell her who they are or why they're even there. But you know, that's all I can say because I ain't no spoiler. But what I felt was the most compelling part of this is that it felt like a Ghibli film without being Ghibli. So to make sense of that very contradictory statement, Ghibli has a tendency to really hammer in their themes. Like, they're just kind of like, if you're gonna watch our movie, you are going to get the themes in your head, you're gonna see it. Whereas this story is kind of like, yeah, they kind of touch on a lot of themes that Ghibli presents, but they have a lot of story to tell. So they're like, hey, take what you will because we got a lot, you know, that you can take from. So enjoy the feast. But in doing this, the film doesn't really hit on like one certain theme. It kind of grazes upon them, which is fine, you know, it's just another way of doing things. However, much like Ghibli, this film is a crowd pleaser, so although it might not be for everyone, there is something that everyone can take away from this film. And that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it as always. If you have any other anime that you would recommend as like a Sunday afternooner, please let me know in the comment section below so we can all watch them, and stay tuned for more anime-esque stuff coming your way. And hey, if you like this video, please let me know by hitting that like and subscribe buttons. And that's it for me. Thank you again as always for sharing a part of your day with me, and I hope the rest of your day is newsworthy. Until next time! I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep and watch some anime.